This is a breaking situation that has left the entire nation in a state of shock and mourning. We are witnessing a terrifying pattern of violence that is targeting the very future of our country, our children. If you are watching this, you need to pay close attention because the news coming out of Niger State this morning, Friday, November 21st, 2025, is heavy. The headline is unfortunately true. Terrorists have invaded a Catholic school, and we are talking about a mass abduction just days after we cried for Kebbi. We are broadcasting this special report to bring you the full, heartbreaking details of the attack on St. Mary's Catholic School in Papiri, Niger State. This is not just another statistic. These are young lives, students who went to bed dreaming of the future, only to be woken up by the sound of gunfire and the roar of motorcycles. Let's get straight into the gist of what happened. In the dead of the night, specifically between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. this morning, a massive convoy of terrorists stormed the quiet community of Papiri in the Aguara local government area. Eyewitnesses describe a scene straight out of a horror movie. We are hearing reports that these criminals arrived on about 60 motorcycles. Think about the noise, the dust, the chaos. And they even brought a van to cart away their victims. The target was specific: St. Mary's Private Catholic Secondary School. They breached the school's security and went straight for the students and the staff. While the exact number is still being verified by security agencies, local sources and media outlets like Arise TV are reporting that at least 52 students have been taken. Some reports are even fearing the number could be as high as 100 when you include the teachers who were also dragged away into the forest. The terrorists didn't just take them. They packed them into the van and onto bikes, disappearing into the vast forests that link Niger State to the border areas. This is a coordinated, massive operation that would have required significant planning. And the most painful part, this happened just 5 days, less than a week, after the tragic attack in Kebbi State. Let's rewind to Monday, November 16th, 2025. We were all shouting and crying about the Government Girls Comprehensive Secondary School in Magar, Kebbi State. In that attack, 25 innocent schoolgirls were taken. We lost a hero that night. The vice principal, Mr. Hassan Yakubu Makuku, who was killed trying to protect his students. The nation is still mourning him. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had to cancel his trips to South Africa and Angola because the heat at home was too much. And now, before we could even find the Kebbi girls, the terrorists have struck again in Niger. The response from the Niger State Government has added a very controversial layer to this story. The secretary to the State Government, Abubakar Usman, confirmed the attack but made a statement that has got people talking. He said that there was prior intelligence of heightened threats. He stated that the school proceeded to reopen and resume academic activities without notifying or seeking clearance from the state government, implying that this exposed the pupils to avoidable risk. Now, this brings us to a very serious related talk that we need to have right now as a family. I want you to listen to me and tell me if I am making sense. The government says the school didn't get clearance to reopen. But let's ask ourselves, is it the duty of a school to secure itself against an army of terrorists on 60 motorcycles? Or is it the duty of the government to secure the territory? This is the conversation we need to have. If there was intelligence that an attack was coming, why were there no soldiers stationed in Aguara? Why were the roads not blocked? Why are we blaming a school for trying to educate children? Education is a right, not a crime. But in northern Nigeria today, going to school has become a life and death gamble. Think about the parents in Papiri right now. Imagine the mother who packed her child's lunchbox yesterday, not knowing that today she will be staring at an empty bed. The trauma is generational. We are raising a generation of children who associate the classroom with trauma, not learning. And let's look at the timing. These terrorists are bold. They know the president is under pressure. They know the military is stretched. Attacking a Catholic school is also a symbolic move. It grabs international headlines. It forces the world to look. It is calculated cruelty. The security agencies say they have deployed forces to the area. We are hearing the usual phrases. We are on top of this situation. We are combing the forest. But we heard this on Monday for Kebbi. We heard this for Chibok. We heard this for Bethel Baptist. The question you and I are asking is, when will it stop? If you're feeling the weight of this story and you want to join this community where we tell the truth about what is happening in our country, please take a second to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We need to keep this conversation going so the world doesn't forget these children. We also have to look at the geography here. Agwara in Niger State shares borders with Kebbi and Benin Republic. This is a terrorist corridor. These bandits move freely across these borders. The fact that they could move a convoy of 60 motorcycles without being intercepted by a drone or a patrol team tells us there is a massive gap in our intelligence response. So, what happens next? The families are gathering. The church is praying. The government is holding meetings. But the students of St. Mary's are in the bush. We need to demand more than just condemnations from Aso Rock. We need results. We need to see the rescued students, not just read press releases. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you think the Niger State Government is right to blame the school for reopening without clearance? Or is that just shifting the blame? Let's discuss this respectfully but honestly. We will be tracking this story minute by minute. As soon as we get the names of the students or any proof of life, we will bring it to you. Until then, keep the people of Niger and Kebbi in your prayers.